I talked previously about how stories create tension, and that moment of tension snaps your audience's attention. So how do we create tension in a story? Well, we do it through a story arc, and Kurt Vonnegut has a brilliant way of describing 3 classic story arcs. So I'm going to describe it for you in here. We've got an axis, we've got good fortune at the top and ill fortune at the bottom. Running this way, we've got another axis. We've got the beginning of the story and the end of the story. He talks about 3 classic story arcs. So we've got the first one, person meets person. So person is going along, life's okay, they meet somebody who's amazing, and suddenly life looks incredible, but there's some reason that these 2 people can't be together, and that person falls into a little bit of a hole. And gradually the situation is resolved, and whatever is stopping these 2 people from being together is out of the way, and suddenly they're living happily together. Person meets person. So the tension comes when those 2 people can't be together. Person in a hole is arc number 2. So person is going along, things are okay, but then things start to go wrong. Perhaps they lose their job, then they lose their house, then their family, maybe there's some kind of natural disaster and things are just getting worse and worse and worse. This person is falling into a hole. And the story for us is how they claw their way out of that hole and rebuild their lives. And we are rooting for them and cheering for them as they scrabble their way out of that hole. The final story is, you'll know this one. Girl's mother dies, girl's father remarries, marries a really, really nasty lady. Whole family gets invited to a party, but this poor girl doesn't get to go, so really, really grim. And then, poof, along comes a fairy godmother. Suddenly we have shoes and clothes and a carriage, and we're going to the ball, and she meets this prince who's amazing. And then the clock strikes 12. Dong, 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 dong. But we never quite fall quite as far as she started off, because now she's had this amazing experience. And yet the prince comes to find her, and gradually, amazingly, she creates this incredible life. Kurt Vonnegut says that every time somebody writes a story based on that story arc, they make millions of pounds. And if you look at all the Hollywood movies that are based on that story arc, that have made millions of pounds, you know for sure that that is true. So when you're thinking about the stories that you might want to tell your clients, that you might want to tell your audience, really think about those moments of tension. Are we starting high and going low and then going high again? Are we starting low and just doing a lovely gradual build to amazingness? Really think about where the tension comes, because those are the bits that snap your audience to attention. Take care. We'll speak soon. Bye now.